you want to do a podcast? We make a darn good team. It always goes without a hitch. Let's head to Twitch and go start up the stream. Do you want to do a podcast? It's the Nerd Glasses Podcast. Let's start now. Hi everyone and welcome to the Nerd Glasses Podcast.
Come? Alright, I'll do my own bit for myself.
Oh wait, no silence.
We're doing it. Get off the road.
Hey Dave.
Hey Boater.
I found a puzzle online that said, I bet you can't make a complete sentence out of just things that are built to hold water. I said, well, damn.
Good night, everybody.
And good night, everybody. Good night, good evening. Good evening is the greeting, isn't it? The good night is always a farewell. Good evening can be either one. Good evening.
Yeah.
It's the Nerd Glasses Podcast.
Good night, everybody.
I'm Boater.
I'm Dave Mann.
Welcome to Nerd Glasses. We've got we have fun here, and we're planning on having a really fun next hour or so, bringing you some gaming news and other shenanigans. There's a surprise for me that they may or may not have accidentally spoiled, and some ice cream that I know hasn't spoiled because it's been in the freezer.
We didn't spoil the surprise. Steve and I are hijacking a segment on this program later, and Boater, you're going to like it?
Good night, everybody. Anyway,
I'm not gonna lie. That shtick is not gonna get old.
No,
it's just
never.
For
Never.
you and I to be able to just be like, what? Like,
okay, let's start before we get to the super weirdness with a Twitch ban. A Valorant streamer. Oh, hold on.
Twitch bans are always some of the weirdest stuff we talk about.
They can be.
They can.
Before we get to the weirdness, let's start with the
Okay.
normal weirdness.
Okay.
And that's a Twitch ban from a Valorant streamer named Prod. Prod, all caps. I don't know if it's Prod. I don't know, whatever.
Prod.
Prod.
That's Mike.
For supposedly saying a homophobic F slur. Consensus is that he was misheard when he said fuck it, run together. People like, oh, well, maybe it was misheard as a homophobic slur. And of course he's like, oh, well, this is BS, whatever. Last I knew, the ban hasn't been reversed. Usually Twitch is pretty on top of reversing bans for stuff like that. So maybe it was something else, or maybe they just hadn't gotten to it by the time that I did this research 4 hours ago. So I don't know. That's the most I got. Is a well-known Valorant streamer. Didn't say a homophobic word, but it sounded like he might have, and maybe there was something else. I don't know.
Boy, it sounds like someone's moderation team should have done something about that. Because if you're big enough to be making money off of a platform or things like that, you should maybe have a handle on it there, Chief. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. That's someone who was banned over the last 7 days. It was not a permanent ban, I don't think. I did not write that down. I apologize. I know I've dishonored us. But
no, it's just very hypocritical of me to poke stones at people saying stupid shit on streams.
Yeah. Anyway, well, now that you've made fun of people, Dave, it's your segment now. Try not to embarrass yourself.
Well,
what's coming out in the next 7 days?
Dumb shit that I've said on streams. Let's go all the way back. No,
oh my god. This special edition of Nerd Glasses 24-hour stream. Dumb shit we've said on the internet.
Okay. I was gonna say, wait a minute. I've said a lot of dumb shit on streams. I don't think I could fill 24 hours. 22 maybe.
No,
A
Dave.
solid 20.
But we got to discuss it. You
No.
don't just get to play it back.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna
Playing it
just-
back would feel like 18 hours, but we still got to be like, see, that's where you done goofed. And now play the next clip, and maybe we'll come in at 24 hours.
24 and a half hours. Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
All right. What games are coming out in the next 7 days, Dave?
Yep. I don't know why I pressed that. I having a stroke. It's been
I'm not supposed to look. The button that you hit is supposed to be a surprise for me, so I'm not looking at the screens.
In my defense, Steve put a color over the new button, and I didn't know.
It's the same color as the rest.
No, this one.
Has
that been blue?
Yes, that one's been blue for a couple of weeks now.
Speaking
That one was
speaking of-
blue, and then he used to have the picture scene separate as green, but then they were combined.
Speaking of dumb shit I say on streams. Well, this is an interesting week because there's some why does Japan get all the cool games and then we kind of get them later? Why, Boater? Why?
Because we get cool games, and then Europe and Australia have to wait until later. So I ain't gonna complain too much.
So we're second in line,
Yeah,
pretty much.
we're middle of the pack. We're the middle child.
We're America. We do things first or we do it worst. So there.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Speaking of doing it first and doing it worst, on the 26th, this trailer brought to you by and in glorious Nerd Vision.
I wasn't paying attention, and I almost ate shit backwards.
Damn it!
I had to. I started to go, and I was like, "Wait, brace a foot under the table. Here we go."
If we don't start eating shit out of the chairs soon, we are gonna have nothing for the streamies.
Please, phrasing, eating shit out of the chairs.
We're not gonna have anything for the streamies. Demon Dragon, I mean, most games are coming out of Japan. It's only fair they get it first. Steve, clip here. All right, fair. As presented on Nerd Vision, it's the 25th anniversary of a franchise that, looking at this trailer, you may not be able to immediately identify its lineage, nor the title may be a little bit confusing. This game, called Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town.
Okay.
Not with the belch. That was me adding to the
Yeah,
the
and
reaction
not
for it.
with Animal Crossing, as Steve labeled it on our stream deck.
I'm really glad Steve pointed that because do you like Stardew Valley? Do you like Animal Crossing? Have you heard of a little franchise called Harvest Moon?
Oh shit!
So, Story of Seasons was actually the name of the franchise overseas that they would then port over to the US, and they started calling it Harvest Moon here. Long story short, some rights things happened, and one company kept the name Harvest Moon, and one company that made the games or made the initial sets of games did not get to keep that name, and so we in the US start getting Story of Seasons on.
Yeah, it was something where like the developers making the game and the publishers who had the name
would do the
split.
localizations. Yep.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the company that would started sending it over to be ported and localized.
That's awesome.
got big
I
enough-
remember hearing about that now.
Yes. So get hyped because this was released in 2021 for the Switch and for PC, but as of the 26th, it will be available on your PlayStation 4 and 5 by extension.
All right.
It's another farming game with some relationships with people around you. The art style is very different from that of previous and other games.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a fan of laid-back, sort of chill games with some nice beats over top this and that and the other, you can do no worse than these franchises.
Yeah.
You know what franchise...
I might be getting mild Ghibli vibes off of some of it.
You know what franchise
Not a bad
might
thing.
not give you Ghibli vibes, but might give you some bad feels, is our next one, presented in Nerd Vision. This game, released on the 28th, coming out for the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, Windows, Nintendo, and for the Xbox One, is Digimon Survive. Now, I know what you're thinking. What an eye-catching word to put in the title. Survive.
Yeah, I didn't think that Digimon was still alive as a franchise, so that's appropriate. I'm like,
So
is that a franchise that is still under active development?
there's that. But I will tell you that Digimon Survive, a visual novel / tactical RPG that uses different storytelling elements and different gameplay modes to make a multi-playthrough game where I'm going to repeat this once. It's a Digimon game where characters can die.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Consequences are verily and nigh, so
So
J up and
it's
pay attention.
Fire Emblem Digimon. Because it looks like a
Yes.
tactical
Yep.
strategy game as well.
Yep. So it's got the visual novel elements, the tactical RPG elements, and it does have a little bit of grind, so you can kind of protect yourself and do these things. But it's Digimon. Like, imagine if Pokemon tried to do this.
Yeah.
People would freak. I'd play it. I'd lose immediately, but really looking forward to this one. Cannot wait. And can't imagine why Digimon wouldn't be top of your list, considering there's no other Pocket Monster franchises out there currently blowing up. But
Yeah, well, it's like I've never gotten into Digimon, but that genre of game interests me. It's like, maybe getting it for that, and then I'm like, I could just play Fire Emblem. So I don't know.
I will say, keep an eye on this, and pro tip from here on the Nerd Glasses. If you're interested in a game and your friends here at Insane Games TV aren't playing it, go on Twitch, find another streamer streaming it, let them know you're tuning in because they're interested in the game, and maybe have them extrapolate on their experience so far.
Oh, yeah.
This and that and the other. Just as a pro tip.
I like what Demon Dragon points out. If Pokemon did a game that actually included death, then it would just be an official Nuzlocke.
I want that. I want that so bad. I will finish that Shield Nuzlocke eventually, but I did discover one of my earliest TikToks, which is me looking at the camera, holding up the game, and very clearly crying about the fact that one of my Pokemon died, and I was not okay. Thank you. I'm still pissed about it. He was a good boy, and he didn't deserve it. But, I know what you're thinking. Wow, Fire Emblem, Digimon, Pokemon, all really good franchises, and I really wish another really prevalent franchise was coming out with a game in the next 7 days. And for you, I have Shabam! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Not one, not two, but the Dream Team's tray ball approach of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, coming out on the 29th for the Nintendo Switch. Coming with a delicious side of gameplay changes to your Xenoblade Chronicles. Namely that, if you remember in past Xenoblade Chronicles games, you would have 3 characters in your party, and you would fight bosses and characters and do things like that. Well, they said 3 is not enough. 4 is not enough. 5 is a crowd, and yet not enough. They jam-packed 7.
Oh my god.
I know. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of characters to be controlling at one point. Your typical Final Fantasy does between 4 and 5, and I will tell you this, them monsters going to be big, and they're going to hit hard if they're allowing you to have all these games and characters. They are mechanically balancing it out where it's a party of 6 characters of yours and then like a tag along accessory to one of your 6 party members
Uh-huh.
as your 7th. Think of it as a Moogle that gets a turn structure if you are a Final Fantasy buff.
Okay.
But this game, stop me if you've heard this franchise before, Warring Sides. And they are locked in deep combat. And suddenly, factions from both sides of the warring side stop fighting each other and maybe realize that there's more afoot. Bum, bum, bum! Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Find out who the big bad really is. And is this really a righteous war? This and so many more questions to be answered. And that are the games that are coming out in the next 7 days.
Nice. Some really cool stuff. Oddly enough, of those, the Digimon one is the one that piqued my interest the most. Which is not something I would have expected. If you were told, hey, you're gonna find this week's most interesting release to be a Digimon game, I'd be like, excuse me, what? Is it a slow release week? And it's not.
No. I'm not gonna lie, I picked Digimon because it's a buzzword. And then I actually started looking into the game and I was like, holy crap!
Yeah. So Dave.
Yes.
What have you been playing? What have you been watching?
Well,
there's a story.
Well, Boner.
Oh God.
You see here.
Oh God, there's an accent.
Around these network parts, I certainly do pride myself on streaming every Wednesday here on Insane Games TV on the Weekend Wednesday. And I certainly was roaring and raring to play some Stray this past Wednesday. I bought the game. I was all hyped. I have been working hard and extra hours at other jobs.
Me too,
and so
I'm scared
my
too.
weekly allotment of attention to be had and screaming out into the universe, I am Dave Man, please pay attention to me for at least 2 minutes, was, well, taken away this past week. There was no Weekend Wednesday, and it happened because a power line was taken down right outside this here mall, and both the power kind of went out and the internet. And as we know, Spectrum is just so keen to do something about when stuff goes wrong. So I definitely didn't sit here in the studio when the internet went out at 5 o'clock straight until 11:30 with no internet, praying and hoping that I would get to stream.
When did the power come back?
The power in the mall didn't go out, but apparently the surrounding community lost the power.
Gotcha, okay. I was like, did you just sit here in the dark for 6 hours?
No, I did decide to keep the store open even though there was minimal internet coverage, just to try to hope to catch in some of the folks. But for the first time in a long time, there was no Weekend Wednesday, and I certainly wasn't just absolutely beside myself because I really like to do that stream and I really like to do these things. The internet came back about 3 to 4 a.m. according to the store computer from where Love Alec works.
So you didn't get the chance to play Stray?
No, I didn't. And because of that, there's a certain amount of, when you're trying to stream things that are new releases, and especially new releases that catch on with people,
which Stray has done a lot.
My moderators and advisors on streaming, we have decided that we are going to actually pocket Stray until such a time when this current wave of everyone's playing Stray, enjoying it and doing a fantastic job streaming it, don't get me wrong, but I'm also kind of really hurt that I didn't get to stream, and I'm kind of blaming Stray for it as well, so that's kind of tacked on there with it. Shit sucked, Boater. It was shit, and I was really pissed about it, but it was no one entity's or individual's fault. There was nothing that we could have done and things like that. It was just unfortunate, unavoidable, and incredibly shitty. But I've been playing more Monster Hunter, and I'm almost at the point where I could play the Sunbreak DLC. I'm this close,
He's
ladies
been
and gentlemen.
Playing it for days worth of hours.
Overwatch has been big.
Yep.
Overwatch 2, cannot wait for that shit. Steve, our producer here on the Nerd Glasses, faced off against the usual Friday stream community. And when I tell you he swept the finals, I'm going to tell you, Boater, that there was a 5 and there was a 0, and Steve had the number that was a number and not the lack of a number. And then we did some really fun, just free for all stuff, and we all had a great time. And Steve managed to snake oil himself a win on that one too, by doing Cassidy's alt and just stealing the win in literally the last second most dramatic fashion possible, where it was to 20 kills and one of the players had 19 and Steve, you had what, 18? He had 17 kills, so he literally ulted, got the 3 he needed, and ripped the victory out of his hands as he was counting his chickens.
Wow.
Buck. It was quality. It was the best. And that was a super good pick-me-up, considering I really enjoy the streaming that I get to do on things like that. And then Sunday, I just kind of rolled through with more Monsty Hunty doing stuff. And then V Rising on Love Alec on Monday was a great amount of fun.
Nice.
How about you? What have you been playing? What have you been reading?
Well,
What have you been...
I think I
time on?
mentioned last week that I upgraded my graphics card. Did I? I forget.
You did not, but
okay.
I saw some sort of social media about that where
Yep.
you posted it and it was really cool, and we
Yeah,
were really happy
so-
that... What was the thing that you didn't do last time when you upgraded your graphics card?
So
that you
that's
were gonna
actually CPU. So on
Right.
graphics card, last week I upgraded from a GTX 1060 to an RTX 3060. This past weekend, I got my replacement processor in, and that went from a AMD Ryzen 5 1600 to an AMD Ryzen 7 3800X. It's a couple generations better. Much like the graphics card, a couple generations better than what I had. And yeah, I was. What you're referring to is that last time I tried to help someone upgrade a processor, we didn't update the BIOS on the motherboard, so it just didn't recognize the processor. And we tried multiple times, and it didn't work. So having learned from that experience, I updated my BIOS first, and first time, processor installed correctly, everyone's happy.
Hell yes.
And so I decided to celebrate my kind of updated build by playing Stray on Brunch with Boater.
Twitch.tv/Boaterbug. Fucking check it out.
And it was a lot of fun, and I found out that my computer now draws too much power for the battery backup it's plugged into. Because during the stream, after the initial scene, or maybe even during, I just couldn't hear it, after the initial scene where everything's all like, hey, look, you have friend kitties, and I'll say no more. We got a big open area, there's big draw distance, and what the hell is going on? Oh, son of a... I had to kill the stream, shut down my computer, move the plug over to a non-backed up surge protector, and start it back up.
Oh, God.
I had to do the same thing playing Raft with Sam last night. That said, I got to play Stray for about an hour and a half, and I am really enjoying it so far. I know you haven't touched it, so I won't go too much into...
I mean, I've watched a ton
experiences.
of people play it.
Okay.
It's not a... It's,
Yeah,
it's...
I'm enjoying it. Platforming as a cat just feels so natural. Like, of course, as a cat would be good at platforming, the jumping, the climbing, the falling. It's fine. I enjoy it. It works really well.
I will say I do like, and many people were very frustrated about the fact that, like, jumps that you do are literally just press X to jump to the next thing instead of just being able to potentially yeet yourself into oblivion.
I could see that, but I don't know, like, yeeting the kitty into oblivion wouldn't be as fun a game to me as just kind of like guided parkour kind of thing.
Where's
So,
that? Where's our Mirror's Edge box. It's right up there.
It's up top. Yeah, it's in back there. It's Catalyst though, so I'm not going to bother to drag it out too hard. But yeah, I'm enjoying Stray so far.
Good,
and I can't wait to get back to it. I will say, next time that I play it, I have to turn on the center reticle because I was starting to get motion sick. And I think it's something with like nice smooth frame rate and with motion blur and looking around in tight confined spaces that just sets me off with motion sickness now. And I hate it, but it's a thing. So there are features in the game to try to combat it. So I gotta enable some of them next time. Other than that, yesterday I watched a few YouTube videos where people ate MREs.
Oh God! Oh God! Why would
the
people
Grumps
do?
did yesterday on the 10-minute power hour.
Oh.
And of course, because it's Aaron and Dan and it's the 10-minute power hour, they made a right mess of everything. And they were given some extra stuff and played it, make it look nice, whatever, and it was gross. And then I watched a couple of 1-year-old videos from the channel The Modern Rogue. One where they tried 25-year-old MREs, so like from the mid-90s.
Mm-hmm.
The mid-90s were 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old. And then where they tried 50-year-old CRIs, which are like combat rations individual or something, before MREs as they were became a thing. It's like, I'm not saying that we're going to do MREs on nerd glasses, but I am saying I'm open to the idea and might look into that.
Have you ever eaten an MRE?
No.
Producer, have you ever eaten an MRE?
Meal
Oh, so I'm the only one that's eaten one of those before. Chat, have any of you guys eaten one of those? Because if you have, you know. And if you haven't, you have no idea the disappointment and abysmal. Because you open the thing and it says chicken tacos. And you think to yourself, oh boy. Yeah. And then you start eating it and you think to yourself, this is to sustain me and for nothing else. It's literally like when you're tasting it, you literally hear it going like, I'm here to work and I'm here to make sure your digestive enzymes work as it goes all the way through your system. And that's it.
I was going to say, I wouldn't want to do so right now because I had digestive issues over the weekend. We're going to leave that at that. I wouldn't want to hurry that along, but give it a couple weeks and maybe. After all the things that we've tried, you'd be like, no, MREs are where I draw the line.
I'm not saying I wouldn't eat them. What I'm saying is, I'm telling you, I'm going to try to rip off this Atlantis quote in the context because we're not technically, but I know, and I'm telling you, you don't want to know. I told him, and he shouldn't have told you.
The really funny thing about the Modern Rogue one, especially the one where they did the 25-year-old one, was that normally they have a dynamic where one is like, yes, let's do stupid shit. And the other one's like, no. The one that was like, no, was like, this is all great. This is amazing. I mean, this one's a little, but these are great. And the guy who's like, let's do stupid shit, is like, no. Why?
Steve, next time we're out and about, let's try seeing if there's any places that sell MREs in this area. But that's not fun. We can't.
I was gonna say, start looking in like some military surplus places. Might be able, I don't know. Like start looking for like sketchy local places.
What happened to the one that was in the plaza right here? Oh, good. So it's like throwing distance from the other place we get all our awful tasting stuff from. Great. We'll start there.
Actually,
yeah, we'll go there first.
Steve, go get it right now. No, we have another thing to taste today. We'll leave it for next week.
Oh, so sorry, as a tangentially related.
No, that's fine. I'm done with what I was talking about.
Steve, go get something awful. This coming in the fall is going to be a stream, and I am going to invite you and Mike and Steve. I'm going to give you a budget of my money, and you guys are going to collect food items for me to eat blindfolded. And that was one of these St. Jude's incentives. And I figured come fall time, that'll be a really good, hey guys, St. Jude's is coming once again. Here's one of the incentives that you unlocked, and now we're going to do it. The cue that it has to be is I have to be able to eat it without it being having to be prepared.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
that's
nothing that you gotta like cook or whatever. Something
yeah.
you can have out of the tin or whatever.
Unless all three of you unanimously agree on it, but I figured because I'm blindfolded and likely eating with my hands,
Yeah.
probably
It's
won't need
like I
anything
would
hot
say
or cold.
baby food, but baby food is ridiculously expensive for the weight. So
Uh,
no, not yet.
uh,
Well, I mean, we got. Do we want to cue him for it? So we're really bad at like surreptitiously dropping cue words into here. So I'm just gonna say, Steve, poopy.
get the poop!
Okay. Anyway, while he's doing that,
Oh, you know what? Can you help me with the WWE thing? We're gonna turn this into a reference.
oh no, okay.
We're gonna walk it back 60 seconds, and I'm gonna Can you just you know what? You're gonna respond with what? Okay.
What?
Perfect. A little louder though.
'Kay.
To rip off a classic WWE gimmick. Boner!
What?
Get the poop! If you know, you know.
There were two wolves in my head. One of them was saying, "Say nani."
If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you can do that. If you have children, you can now do that to your significant other or parent or things. By any chance, Steve, did you grab utensils for the poop?
Stop referring to it as such.
For those
Dave,
of you,
what do we have?
could you
Because
hold
we've
that in
talked
front
about
of
it
the
for a few
camera?
weeks. We've talked about it for a few weeks now.
So-
Dave, what do we have?
a few weeks ago, our
On
good
cameras.
our good friend Steve had his network of people mention that there was something awful.
Oh, tap the screen just on the center there because the focus thing. Hold on. I mean, that'll work.
By the
Continue, Dave.
way, welcome Raiders from Mackay 1988.
Oh,
You
hey!
are just in time for the Grey Poupon. It's already focused. So the ass creme that that Steve had warned us about existed, and I endeavored.
Ass cream when you've been referring to it as poopy. It's not ass cream, Dave.
It's ass cream.
Oh my God.
He is your spoon.
I have no reservations about the. Damn it.
Go show that! That's hysterical! So this is Van Leeuwen limited edition Grey Poupon with salted pretzel ice cream.
I have no reservations about trying
Do you
this
wanna-
at
you wanna
all.
Pull up a Dashtulen.
I have no reservations about trying this at all, but then you keep referring to it as poopy and ass cream.
Get your fresh ass cream here on the Nerd Glasses podcast. I'm very sorry. It was originally yellow.
We do not have individual cups, so we are each going to take a heaping spoonful. As much as we can heap a spoonful out of. Maybe we should have taken it out of the freezer earlier. I didn't know how cold the freezer is here. I'm going to laugh if either Steve or I break the spoon.
Support the dig on the other side, Steve.
There you
Did
go.
you
There
really-
you go.
Did you
just-
really get Grey Poupon ice cream on our cowboy hats?
No,
Steve?
it landed next to. Steve, what are you doing?
Do not break
Hold
your
on, I'm
spoons,
gonna-
Steven Dragon.
I'm gonna hurt my shoulder if I
And
do it with
Mr.
my right
Wet
hand.
says, "Time for ass cream." See, he knows.
Oh, got myself a big heaping spoonful right there.
All right. I'll get more. Because Holt, that's a noticeable larger cupping of ass you got there.
Steve, before it melts off the spoons.
Oh, there's pretzel bits.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretzel ice cream. I assume I got some bits in here. I'm not going to double dip, though, so we're going to... Here we go.
It's cold. It's very cold.
That's what I said.
Why is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
That should not be good.
Why? Why wouldn't it be good?
Because it's mustard as the larger item. Oh, that aftertaste though.
That's good. That's good. And that's got, yeah, just a little bit of mustard aftertaste, but not like mustard on a fucking ballpark Frank or anything. Like, I have a recipe that I make at home that is a mustard cream sauce. That is very familiar to me.
Mr. Wet, we won't double dip on this. You are welcome to try some. We'll try to accost Dan to get him to try some too. We convinced him to try mochi. So, I mean,
Yeah, like that was good. That was fine.
that was infuriatingly good because it's a limited time flavor.
Oh, yeah. But no, I have a recipe that I make at home, and I got this recipe from Personal Trainer Cooking for the Nintendo DS. But it is pork chops in a mustard cream sauce. And yeah, that is not exactly how it tastes because there's also not pretzels in there. I did get a little bit of that salty bite from that, but no, that was good.
By the way, Mr. Wet, what did you think of that Eggo Pop-Tart out of the fridge? Did you get it?
Oh, that's right. That was so. Oh, those were so good.
Or did Steve just nosh on that, or did it get thrown away?
I'm gonna be mad if it got thrown away.
Because those were actually good. Please tell me you got the Pop-Tart. I'm really glad you guys are chatting in stream. I genuinely I like this.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you for the poopy, Steve.
Thanks for helping with the poopy, Steve. It was pretty good. A tad still, but good. I'm very sorry, Mr. Wet, because I did put it in the foil in the fridge.
Okay, so let's. I've got a really quick one for the Web3 NFT roundup. Not NFT, but Web3. So sure.
Crypto car.
Are you familiar with the name Martin Shkreli?
Douchebag. Sorry.
Yeah. This was the guy that took a life-saving medicine that used to be $13.50 a pill and raised it to $750 a pill.
Yep. Farmer bro.
He went to federal prison for 5 years for securities fraud, and early this year was banned from working in the pharmaceutical industry.
And if you remember, the sole owner and of the most recent Wu-Tang album, and then had it stripped from his possession.
Right, that was him. I keep on mixing up him and Peter Thiel. But he was released from prison in May 2022, and 2 months later has now announced a, quote, Web3 drug discovery platform called Druglike. I mean, like most Web3 projects, it's very light on details, but because, he was banned from working in securities, and crypto is basically unregulated securities, and because he still wants to have it be drug discovery, it's very close to the pharmaceutical industry. He's looking to basically say as many fuck yous as possible, and I hope he gets slammed straight back into prison really fast.
I don't like
Interesting. So I just made the connection where you mentioned, he had the one copy of that Wu-Tang album.
Yep.
Where like other people were like, if I get that copy, then I'll, rip it, share it, whatever.
Nope.
Whereas he was like, I own it. Scarcity, haha. So of course he wants something to do with the blockchain, whose only value is in creating scarcity where there should be none.
Yep. I'm gonna. You know what, Boder? Unfortunately, it's going to be the return of a gimmick I used to do.
Oh no! Why are there so many bits today?
Hey, dumbass! Come here. We're gonna chat, just you and me. I know Pharma Bro's getting involved with this thing, and you think it's gonna be really cool. But let me tell you, you look like a fucking stunad when you involve yourself with him in his endeavors. Just letting you know. You're making Ma sad, okay? You're breaking your mother's heart. Invest in your other things. What about those monkey NFTs? How are those doing? Oh, not very well. Okay, nice aside. Good job. Sorry, just wanted to talk to the,
That's fine. I wasn't listening and reacting in the background, blown out from the brighter light back here at all. Dave, how about some news items? Yes? No? I don't know. What do you want to do? How are we doing? I'm done with that. That guy can go fuck himself. I'm done with that.
I think it would be really good if we, so that's all the Web3 roundup?
Yeah, that's it. It's just that, like, he got out of prison where he was for 5 years, and he's been implicated in doing a bunch of shady shit in different places, and he is harnessing the power of blockchain to try to get into all those spaces again.
Well, fortunately, ladies and gentlemen, after seeing how so many people operate and whimsically will to will from people's endeavors and really do take away from society and everyone else's work, Twitch has decided to add some tools to your toolkit that you definitely are going to be curious about.
Okay.
As folks know, when you end streams, like Akai 1988 did just here a minute ago, make sure to follow him on Twitch, by the way. In Twitch's controls, you can raid and be raided, or you can't raid and can't be raided. Those are the two settings.
Okay.
They are going to make it so that you can choose to be able to be raidable and be able to raid, and you're going to be able to select people that are able to raid you or
Okay.
not.
So, like, only people I follow can raid me kind of
Yes.
settings. Kind of. Okay, cool,
Yes.
cool.
Which, in the case of people of mine and Boater's size, not necessarily a tool we're going to want or use. You want to invite people to raid you, and, the happenstance that things happen is fine.
Right, but if you've had to have first-person experience with hate raids, it is absolutely a valuable tool to have.
Yes. You can also, sprechen Sie of which, Twitch is going to be opening up their toolkit to allow us, the streamers, to be able to be advised what channels banned what viewers. And
Yes.
inside of viewership tools and moderator tools, there is a notes thing where you can say, this person was banned because of this person was banned because of that,
All right.
or this and that and the other, or you can see a person's profile. It says, like, they have been timed out of chat, 162 times.
Yeah.
They have been banned once. You're going to be able to
think-
share your ban lists with other streamers.
I think we talked about being able to share ban lists, but the fact that you can, like, take notes and such like that makes it a lot more useful. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to those things, and I'm really looking forward to seeing cleaning up of a lot of these things on platforms. Some of these reforms, I will say, have already helped take place and shape, because you notice a lot of the bans that have been going on Twitch more recently than not have been a lot of the streamer said, the streamer did, or the streamer did not act upon these things, as opposed to this unfortunate thing happened to a streamer and they are now banned because
Yeah.
of. Like, whereas, like, 2 years ago, Nerd Glasses episodes was just littered with streamers that, like, had an unfortunate thing happen to them, this and the other, and couldn't ban people or this and that or the other.
Yep. I will say a lot of we are featuring a lot more where people are doing stupid shit and paying the price for it, rather than getting wrapped up in stupid things happening that they didn't have control over. It's not 100%.
Oh yeah, no. By no means is it a perfect system, but I do really like that
Banned
periodically.
for a month because of
Yeah.
horse porn that was sent to you by a viewer. Good job, but whatever. I mean, that's your fault for not screening it, I suppose, but
Yes, Steve! It's no one's fault for not screening the things that they show on stream, is it, Steve? Steve, is this video show on stream? Yeah, sure. Not once but twice. That second time is overtly my bad, because the Thomas the Tank Engine X Biggie Smalls should have known not to show that on stream. Did it, and had to, like, quickly be like, oh no. But speaking of oh no, our friends at Ubisoft, Boater.
Oh God.
Our friends
Hold
at
on to that
Ubisoft
segue, by the way, because we're coming back to that.
must have awoken the other day and been going, "Oh no!" Because some stories were circulating around stating that their game Roller Champions uh, had been delayed and was therefore uh, uh, potentially in line to be canceled or no longer receiving support and things of that nature. And Ubisoft had to then scramble to damage correct this incident. And I really just enjoy the idea of a Ubisoft executive falling out of bed and being like, "The money! No, the money, please!" And so they posted a little thing saying, "Let's clear it out of the way first. Roller Champions isn't getting canceled, and Ubisoft fully supports it. Period."
Okay.
All bolded. And I just enjoy that. That in this one case, in that particular case, Ubisoft wasn't the one doing the messing up. It
Yeah.
was games journalism running away with stories.
Speaking of games that end up getting delayed and maybe even canceled, this breaking like within the last hour or so, thank you PC Gamer, reporting that the Knights of the Old Republic remake by Aspyr is delayed indefinitely.
Well, good night, everybody.
Apparently, so there was a what's called a vertical slice that was presented to the board, and a vertical slice is basically here is a tiny finished part of the game, or close to finished, so that you can see what we're doing with it. And a week later, a couple of the heads at Aspyr were looking for work. Let me see here. Art director Jason Miner and design director Brad Prince were both fired from the studio. Quote, "Things can change very fast in a day. I am no longer working at Aspyr and I am looking for work." Apparently just Aspyr's bosses were not happy with it. There was internal communication that the game would be ready by the end of the year. And now reports are saying that 2025 is more realistic. Essentially, this is probably going to get soft canceled. Now, before you get too torn up about the Knights of the Old Republic remake getting canceled, remember that it was being made by Aspyr. The last thing Aspyr did with KOTOR was port KOTOR 2 to Switch, where it was irredeemably broken and they did not put in any effort to fix it.
Fine, I guess. Whatever. I don't get any of the games I wanted this calendar year. No Advance Wars, no KOTOR remake, nothing.
It is disappointing. I guess I will refresh this page and see if they got a statement from any of the companies involved. They have not. But I will keep an eye on that over at PC Gamer, and if there's any notable updates, I will bring them to Nerd Glasses next week.
I also have some unfortunate delay news.
Oh boy, it's a good week, everybody.
Transitions on top of transitions on top of transitions. Remember in 2019 when we got that really boss trailer for Lord of the Rings Gollum?
Vaguely, yeah.
Remember the game was supposed to come out in 2021, and then Daedalus Entertainment said this game is not ready. And so we're going to release it in September 1st of 2022. Well, the other day, they painted quite the nice word picture to basically say, hey, you know how tokens content's really easy to chew through and super simple and nobody has a lot of attachment to everything and anything. So anyway, the game's coming out on time. No, we're just kidding. We're delaying it again. And there's no concrete release date for it. It is under no circumstance canceled, but when you stream on a weekly basis and you make plans for this stuff and then it gets thrown out the window, sometimes Dave tries to make schedules ahead of time and sometimes Amp has to then throw those schedules away. And I'm not happy.
Sometimes Dave gets a sad.
Sometimes I get a butt hurt is what happens.
That's fair.
And you know what though? Again, for these two games that we've talked about that are getting delayed, fair. If they're not what they're supposed to be and they're not where they're supposed to be,
Yeah.
and by God, let's actually learn something from these games that come out and just are shit and not Shinola.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What's BioWare doing right now? I'm sure they're not busy. Just get them to do it. They can come back to KOTOR. It's fine. Oh God. Looking at this, I don't know what else you wanted to hit when you still have some sort of surprise to spring on me.
I will say the one thing I did want to talk about was some big news going on with a platform that the three of us use often for many things, which is Discord took leaps and bounds to being more engaging to console gamers a couple days ago when they announced that Discord and Xbox were going to be pairing as well.
Nice.
They added the feature, just like PlayStation, where it's integration on Discord, where if you so choose, you can integrate it and you can show your uptime, you're showing what game you're playing, things like that. I like that feature. I use it. I'm a very big fan of it. But I do understand that there are people out there that don't want to be bothered or might want to screen a game or do other things and not be, have people trying to like join them, things like that. But I love the idea of like people seeing you're playing a game and being like, oh, let me message them and say, hey, do you want... They added a feature that I'm very interested in, which integrates Discord calls into Xbox Live voice calls.
Nice.
So you quite literally take a Discord call, which could have people that are gaming on multiple platforms or multiple things, things like that. And then if you are someone that is gaming on exclusively Xbox using Xbox Game Chat, you can, using the mobile device, transfer the call from Discord to and integrate it into the Xbox voice,
Nice.
where you can then share it and use it as an Xbox lobby chat.
All right.
And people can still join and unjoin from Discord, but you're basically pairing it into that and pulling it over there to be used for ease of access. That is going to be a big thing going forward for Insane Games TV, as many of the personalities do use exclusively Xbox voice chat.
Yeah.
Which has been a disconnect in Warzone specifically, and Fortnite, and I'm very excited to have those. And damn, that's cool considering we were supposed to get. Wasn't it Microsoft was going to buy Discord, and Discord decided to stay separate.
Yeah. And now that they did, they're getting their cake of this integration with Microsoft and Xbox and all that, and eating it too, and being able to do that with PlayStation, and just being able to do all that. The only thing I don't like about Discord is when people do what Gearbox's community managers did and shut down their forums and move to only Discord. Discord is not a forum. I can't Google search and find answers to a problem that I have in Discord. Whereas if I have a problem with a game, if I Google search it, it goes to the forums or Reddit, and it's something that I can search and find whatever. Moving your support and community stuff to Discord is a dumb idea. Otherwise, Discord is great.
I think Discord is trying to fix that exact issue, by the way.
Yeah, because they keep adding like threads and everything, but its very structure is not set up for that.
I will say tangentially, and then Steve and I have a surprise for you. I really like that Discord did finally add text chat to voice calls, so that instead of having to add a channel that is voice chat and potentially blow up people that haven't muted that channel, you're just able to, within the call, talk, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And also going to alleviate a lot of people muting things. So there was one game that came out in the last 7 days. It came out, well, a beta for the game came out today. And instead of showing a trailer for it, instead of, doing all these things, Steve and I decided It's game time, baby. Steve, what do you have for us?
We've been instructed to mute our headsets, to turn on the TV, to switch the button to game view.
Icarus, you need a controller for this game.
The TV is still not on.
That's fine. I pushed the button. I pushed the wrong button. Bowter, where are you going? Oh, you're going to...
More space.
To fix the thing.
I just might need your controller right there. Because, oh boy!
Oh!
Yeah, boy!
Okay.
Multiverse, baby! Where else can you see Shaq? No, not Shaq.
Shaq.
But another video game character of fame. One LeBron James fights Superman and the Iron Giant in one battle. That's right here. So Steve has played it the most of all of us.
No, I haven't.
Steve started up the game, which means that he has played it the most of all of us.
That's pretty much it. He played the tutorials to be able to unlock Wonder Woman.
Okay.
It was not fun.
Actually, this segment almost didn't happen because of that tutorial. I'll give you a mechanical.
That looks promising. Local play, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta go up here and change that. I'm me.
Hold on, I think it's asking me.
Okay. Free for all. 2.5 minutes. High school. 2 minutes. You'll be heat on Twitch if you want.
That's not gonna get him in trouble.
You might. I don't know.
That one?
Sure.
Yeah, mine's not on here for reasons. So I've never played on this one.
I'm gonna unmute this since we're on camera view, so we can all talk very loudly.
That is still muted, Steve.
Oh.
Right? Oh no, it's not. Okay, no, sorry. I'm getting the reflection of red off of the wall.
All right.
Gonna play as LeBron.
Yeah, I'll do Tom and Jerry.
I'll be. I like Jake. Jake was fun.
Jake was hilarious.
Not a, what?
Oh no.
We can't just do 3?
Now you throw on a computer. This is custom. Local.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 ba da ba 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 da.
Wow, you can't just do 1v1v1. That is frustrating.
Go into the game modes. Let's see what was the other one?
There was.
No, on inside this thing itself. Inside the local play.
It was.
Audio is really low when you cut to this. Oh, no, when we cut to the other one. Yep, we know because of audio sources, but we're back.
Thank you, Dudesy.
What's up, Dustin?
Wow. All right, so let's
Hold
just
on.
rotate in 1v1.
Okay, I can grab a fourth controller. We could have a body to throw.
I mean, that's fine if there's a controller right here to grab.
Yes, there is. That one doesn't have batteries, so I'll grab one from the front.
Oh my gosh.
Da 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 dun 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 dun.
1v1s it is because we'll have to sign into a fourth account.
Bango.
Alright.
Switch to 1v1s, and now we will see the Botorius one against the Steve.
That's not what I chose. Oh, did you sign in for? Okay. I'm gonna do this. I was gonna do it on my own. Hold on. Do it on my account at least. Why did I hit it on my? This is dumb. No, I don't want to do that one. I want to do the one that I'm signed in on. Dang it. Fine.
I'll be LeBron.
So you played the tutorial, so you know how to play the game. I don't.
It's
A is to jump, not up on the D-pad. B is to block, as combined with... I just go to auto-equip all.
yeah.
Okay.
Gonna move your drink.
Controls. Attack, special, dodge, jump. Sure. Alright, X is attack, Y is special.
Yep.
Great.
Dang it, Steve, says Akai.
We'll go basic trophies edge.
By the way, the most infuriating thing about this particular game is...
give me a second! Give me a second to figure out controls, you fool! Okay, that's that.
I'll stand up here and dribble.
Alright, I'm good.
My ball!
So, you'll notice, you know, Tom and Jerry, classic characters, do not typically speak. They just, you know, have actions, reactions. LeBron James, living, actual human being, not voiced by LeBron James.
Well, of course not. Is there any volume on this? Should I be able to hear this?
There's no... Actually, probably.
The monitor itself doth not.
Okay.
Didn't work.
Oh, no. Okay, good.
I know how to fix this, so I will fix this after this match.
Okay. I'll just watch the VOD later and be like, hey, that's some fun sound design.
It is pretty fun.
Ow. Ow! Stop it!
No, my ball!
I don't know what that does. I gotta try to actually land that on you one of these times.
I really enjoy that classic J.R. Smith reference, by the way. Right there.
Nope.
It feels like Smash
No.
Brothers, but it feels just off of Smash Brothers that it's noticeable.
Should we change the thing to saying we're playing this game?
Already done.
Nice.
Oh no, I'm ignited apparently.
Uh-oh.
So the thing I like about this, Dootsy Live reminds me of some of the newer WWE games where the guys like Cena and Rollins are very clearly voiced by other people. This has the look, says Demon Dragon.
God.
If you ordered Smash Bros on Wish.
Yeah. No.
Wow, LeBron not hitting the power moves on this.
Nope. Stop! Damn.
Match point. Blue team.
I like they use tennis terms. Match point. Like.
That. You know, I'm realizing that if I do this differently, then my attacks will, you know, look different.
Are you getting audio?
No, I gotta turn it back up on the computer.
I only can play like 1 or 2 more games. And then we'll be signing off for the Nerd Glasses here, and we'll be joining our friend Boater here on the Citadel, where he is playing more Astral Chain. Look forward to it, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an awesome playthrough so far, and I cannot wait to see what tonight's episode brings us on the Citadel.
Oh, let me up!
Look up! Get up there!
Okay, I got... Okay.
Wow!
Yes!
After all that! After all that! God. So I will say this game has one of my favorite mechanics of all, which is that, yes, you can spam attacks, but it starts lessening the impact of the attack and
Yeah,
then
I
decreases
noticed
it
that,
further
yeah.
and further. I can't wait to beat Superman's ass in this game.
My ball back. Thank you. Gonna dunk on you.
Ow.
Did you know, by the way, he can pass that ball to his ally if you're playing in 2v2s?
That's awesome.
Like, I
Ow.
look forward to that. As a spoiler alert, there's an ability on that ball where if you hit someone at a larger distance with it, it does more damage as it bounces.
Nice.
So you want to middle distance it. Look, LeBron, a charcuterie board. Why don't you want to go sample it?
No, I didn't want to throw it. Ah. It's fine.
Wow,
No, I keep missing.
Wow, Steve.
Yeah.
Good game. Good game. I'm gonna go turn up the audio for that stuff.
Okay. That means, Dave, I'm playing you. Good game.
Look at how upset the character who came in second is. Like no matter who it is, they're very distraught about this.
Yeah.
This loss is going to like stick with them. So
I suppose I shouldn't just go with the same.
in this free beta,
God.
you have access to Shaggy, Batman, Taz, Garnet, Jake, Finn, Arya Stark, Harley Quinn, LeBron James, Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny, Velma, Rain Dog, Steven Universe, Iron Giant, Scooperman, and the Wonder Woman.
Rick Sanchez was also announced from Rick and Morty.
Really?
Yeah.
Steve got kind of mucked up, says Mr. Wet.
Hey, Mike, I don't want to talk about it.
You're going to play as Arya Stark.
Okay, so yep, I can hear that. All right. And also myself, but that's fine. Yeah, I'll just do the auto equip. Wonderful. Is that okay? Haunted Mansion. Scooby's Haunted Mansion.
You gotta unselect the trophy's edge.
Oh. And then accept.
You know what? Actually, we'll randomize it because it's either going to be the Tree Fort from Adventure Time or the Scooby Doo, and they have boss music.
Okay.
This won't last long.
Now, Arya Stark can, I don't know if it's in context to Game of Thrones.
Steve, did you change the controls?
That's how that controller was always. It's more Smash-like.
With me.
Oh God. Stop!
Got one bolt.
Oh, hey, that's a thing. Ow. Ow. Nice. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, no, no. Stop, 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 stop.
Steal his face, Boater. I don't know how you would do that, but you can do that.
Nice. Nice.
My problem is I'm not doing any of my attacks near the very small, nimble character.
Whereas you are a pretty easy target.
No! Yeah,
Nice, nice
baby!
recovery. Wow. There it goes.
Okay, there it was.
Red team.
No, 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 no. Okay, good, good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're fine. Oh boy. Oh, nope. Missed that. No, no. Oh, wow. Okay. I thought I had a little bit more space to go off frame there. Stop leaving your shit everywhere. Jeez, man.
Well. Okay.
You good? You good, buddy?
No! No! No, Robot! No! Don't give up on me, Robot Man!
He just starts sinking.
It's been a very long week, Iron Giant. I don't know that I could handle that denial.
Get out of the fire. Ow. Oh, no, 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 none of that, none of that. Nope, you missed. Get that out of here. Nope. There we go. Oh, wow! No, 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 no. Okay, good, 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 good. There we go.
Very nice.
Good game, good game.
Thank you.
And good game. I'm enjoying it. You know? It's weird seeing them all together, but
So the beta's free.
yep.
They have a founders pack for $40.
Okay.
Get a bunch of costumes. And while I was trying to download this on the Xbox out front, they had
Sorry, I didn't know if the game volume was too loud. I don't know how well people can hear us.
Were.
but
Because there hasn't been any chat since the second game.
they have a super deluxe edition for $100.
And what, pray tell, is included in the Super Deluxe Edition?
Extra costumes.
Okay. Game
All
volume
the
is fine. Thank you, Demon Dragon.
All the costumes.
And probably the battle pass that it comes with.
All right, all right. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but you know, for the game, you know, the was it 40 for the? Yeah, I mean,
well,
that's
40 for the cosmetic edition. I think this
Yeah.
game is free to play.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Like it will.
Yeah.
So the beta is free access. The only hitch about all this is you do need a WB account to play and download.
Oh, I'm
to play
done
the
then.
game.
All right, goodbye.
Um,
Nope, don't want. The WB account? What games use a WB account?
Yes,
Mortal
Steve.
Kombat.
What good games use a
How dare you, sir?
Mortal Kombat X.
Okay.
So, we will be going offline. That's all of us from
Yes.
the Nerd Glasses tonight.
Thank you everyone for watching. I know we had stuff that we didn't get to, but you can catch that at Tabled Topics in the Discord when we get the chance to post that up there. In the meantime, I'd appreciate it if some of you stuck around for the Citadel afterwards. As mentioned, I'm going to be playing Astral Chain. And yeah, I mean, it's just kind of continuing the story. Although the last one that I played was a long mission. It wasn't a particularly like story moving one. So getting more stuff, doing more things, enjoying the game. So stop by for that. Citadel.
Hell
right after
yeah!
this. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Steve, for all that you do for the show, from getting this set up to the poopy.
It was a very okay poopy.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.